And we welcome you to a special night of regular season hoops. This one counts as part of the NBA Cup. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at the Thunder, still early, but they have the third best record in the conference. And, of course, there's Minnesota, down 4 spots.
Seeing where the Timberwolves are, they've had that kind of mixed start that we've come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of special season.
And, perhaps with a roster move or two later on, they can start to break out of that pattern.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Randall at power forward with Reed at center. DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt, and it's Anunoby in at the small forward. And for Oklahoma City, SGA and Wallace are the backcourt. 2 big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. And it's Williams in at the 3 slot. Of course, tomorrow is Thanksgiving, a special day for players and their families, Grant.
It is. It's just great to have a day to enjoy time with loved ones and just relax. And obviously, B.A., I love Thanksgiving because I love to eat.
And Minnesota with possession here, following the 3 by Oklahoma City. And stolen by Holmgren. Here's Wallace. And he converts the layup. Wallace has got 5 points.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. Not there.
Now here's DiVincenzo. And here's Edwards outside. Hartenstein pulls it in. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Mark Dagnall and I were able to chat. Coach and I talked about the difficulties playing against Anthony Edwards. He said, quote, usually you worry about his offense. He's shown the last few years that he's a lockdown defender when he wants to be. That's something that we'll need to factor into our game plan. Ant's defense is now a concern for coaches as well. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. Here's Hartenstein. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. Holmgren, the pass to Wallace. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a 3-point opportunity here. 1 free throw coming up. Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the evening.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Nas Reed.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
And that one falls for Reed. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, after winning the title, OKC secured their future. Significant extensions this summer for Chet Holmgren, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and both of their Jalen Williamses. The Thunder are building something for the long haul, guys.
An exciting young team. All right, Shams, thank you.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Gilgeous-Alexander against DiVincenzo. Now here's Wallace. Defense right on him. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. 5 on the clock. Screen by Holmgren. Williams from long range. On target from range.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Reed, a screen on Holmgren to the paint. And Reed with a basket on the assist from Randall. Reed's got 7 points.
The pick, then points from Reed. He's a mobile big who operates well in the pick and roll.
Pass to Williams. Outside for SGA. No good from outside.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Look at how DiVincenzo burst inside on the drive. Gave the defense no time to set up.
SGA against DiVincenzo. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And SGA throws it down.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Wallace's shot is good.
That is what we talk about. Make the next pass. Fantastic feed.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Now here's Edwards, coming off a solid outing against Sacramento. And that one's good.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
DiVincenzo against Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Oklahoma City with another.
Sweet-looking jumper from the mid-range. I mean, Gilgeous-Alexander just making it look easy.
Edwards with it. Yet to see a basket. And stolen by Holmgren. Williams from long range. Counted from distance. All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break. It's been a big part of their success. And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Timberwolves trail by 8. The 3 is up. And Anunoby gets the 3.
Boy, that's a shot Anunoby is real comfortable with. I mean, he hits a pretty high percentage of those corner shots.
Williams passes to Wallace. Reed brings the double. Outside, SGA jacks up a 3. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Caruso, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Gord comes in for Wallace. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at the Bulls, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
You know, right now for the Timberwolves, they have been impressive in these first few weeks of play, making moves to advance themselves up the ranks. A lot of hard work and effort went into making this happen.
And stolen by Williams. On the wing, Caruso fires the 3. The shot misses. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 8. And looking at Jalen Williams. Is there a part of his game you like best, Grant?
You know, it's tough to pick just one, B.A. He's such an all-around player. He can guard point guards, post players, you name it, and can score from anywhere on the court.
Minnesota has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Pass to Edwards. This one for 3. Hartenstein pulls it in. Thunder leading by 8. Puts it up from 12, and SGA gets it to go. SGA's got 9.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Bagley, a screen on SGA. Inside. And Bagley gets it to go on the assist by Ball.
When you've got the slick passing skills that Ball has, you love exploiting the defense in the pick and roll.
Outside, takes the 3, connects from downtown. And the Thunder lead by 11.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
The Timberwolves have gotten 7 of 13 shots to drop. Down low. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
To the inside. Here's Hartenstein. It's tipped.
Nice swat by Randall, putting the D on big time.
First in field goal percentage, first in opponent points per game, and they've been tremendous at making the most of their opponent's mistakes. They lead the NBA in points off turnovers. They don't waste any time going on the attack.
And you really can't emphasize enough how impressive their field goal percentage is. They run their game plan so well and know how to get the shots they want. Here's what Oklahoma City's going with right now. Holmgren, he's checked in for Hartenstein. And Mitchell subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Forwards know how to orchestrate as well as score. Looking at the numbers for these guys over the last 10 games. 5th, Jalen Williams.
They're smart, athletic players who move the ball well in any situation, transition, the half-court set. You can count on them to just make good decisions.
I tell you what, you could put the isolated cam on these guys and you would notice how flawlessly they execute those entry passes. They create so many easy baskets in the low post because of how on time and on target those feeds are.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
Yeah, they connected from outside all game. And the defense had absolutely no answer for it.
They found their rhythm and kept piling it on. And a huge boost of confidence on the road for sure.
Here's Mitchell. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Timberwolves trail by 9. Miller, a screen on Williams. DiVincenzo, pass to Miller. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
1:57 left to play in the first.
You gotta credit the defense this period. They've been all over him. They keep going back to the same person expecting a different result. He hasn't scored the entire period.
Gets the three to fall.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
Now here's Edwards. No made baskets yet. Yep, that one's good.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And the Wolves still seeking their first title, Clark.
Yep, the Lakers won 5 championships when they played in Minneapolis, BA, way in the day. The Timberwolves joined the league in 1989, and they're still trying to bring another basketball title to the city.
Reed, good.
At 6'9" and about 260, Naz Reid has the size to make room for himself inside.
Pass to Mitchell. Six to shoot. Holmgren outside. Launches it. No good on the shot.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
24 seconds left to play in the first. Tipped. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Dort.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Edwards can't hit.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far. Boy, he is fundamentally sound. Tough cover.
What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Oklahoma City, hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. We'll be right back with you shortly. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Thunder guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
On the court for the Timberwolves. Second quarter underway. We've got Ball. He's out there with Keon Ellis. And it's Randall in at the four-man position. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Coach Mark Dagnall talked about the Thunder's system of player development. He said, we try to do things that serve both the team and the individual, and then it's easier for guys to commit to it. And if that happens, then you have an environment that can be pretty powerful. Back to you guys.
Turning potential into production. Thanks a lot, Allie. Jang, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Barea, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And good on the second. So he makes them both. Well, Grant, offense is trying to stretch the D to the breaking point, but it goes beyond just three-point shooting.
Yeah, there's how you position on the perimeter, but, then you also want that vertical spacing, too, where you have a lob threat at the rim. His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Randall, a screen on Dort to the middle. And Randall the bucket on the assist by Ball. Ball's got 3 assists now in this one.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now here's Holmgren. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Portland.
Yeah, what about his work on the glass? I mean, he was an all-around contributor to a winning effort.
Caruso misses. Timberwolves trail by 10. Randall, a screen on Dort, down low. The kick out to Ball. Randall on the screen, inside. It's good, and the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got his 4th assist with that last one. Mitchell, the pass to Dort. There's the triple. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, he's doing all this work from behind the arc. Great use of the screen. That's how you practice it and draw it up.
Oklahoma City leading by 9. To the inside, Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
Ball surveys the floor. Rejected by Holmgren. Mitchell against Ball. And here's Caruso outside. Rebound Minnesota. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Oklahoma City squad.
This team downed them in last year's conference finals, ultimately ending their championship dreams.
Yeah, a bitter pill to swallow, too. When you face that team again, that's always, not just in the back of your head, it's in the front of your mind, too. Getting a win would be some kind of consolation.
Really left him alone that time. Caruso's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Another miss by Minnesota.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Dort finds Holmgren. From the arc. Ellis with a rebound. Timberwolves trail by 14. To the paint. Banked knocked it in off the glass. Give him 8 points now.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. So for Oklahoma City, Jalen Williams, he's checked in for Jang. Wallace comes in for Caruso. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell. Anunoby against Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Anunoby. Gilgeous-Alexander no good.
Soft defense in that mid-range area, but they got away with it this time.
And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has made the move from star to superstar, Grant.
Well, no question, B.A. He's been a superstar for quite a few seasons now, but he's not satisfied and just continues to elevate his game year after year.
So it's Oklahoma City now, following the score by Minnesota. Dort, left side. The 3-ball. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Reed, a screen on SGA. DiVincenzo, pass to Reed. And the deficit down inside single digits. Reed's got 13.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Holmgren outside. The 3. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Anunoby passes to Edwards. Back to Anunoby. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Randall, good.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They've led by as many as 14. And here's Minnesota now. They've gone on an 8-0 run. Reed sets a screen. Pass to Edwards. Launches a 3. Down it goes. Edwards for 3.
Well, Ant will pull up from anywhere beyond the arc. Of course, more than comfortable letting it fly from the corner.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. The Timberwolves making it to their 2nd straight Western Conference Finals last year, Clark.
Yeah, you know, what impressed me the most, I think, was making it last year as a 6th seed. Gelling down the stretch of the season. They struggled for a good part of the season, but the last third or so of the season, they really came together. Just did not have quite enough to make it to the final.
The Thunder making a switch here. Williams is checked in, and the Timberwolves also making a change. Miller's checked in. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Wallace. Dort for 3. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
Dort against Miller. Shot clock at 6. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. On the wing, SGA. To end the cold spell. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Reed's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Reed sets a screen. DiVincenzo pass to Reed. It's Edwards on the wing. Watched by Wallace. And the basket by Edwards.
Tough guy to stop when he gets it rolling. Edwards always trying to gain momentum.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. For the Thunder, Isaiah Hartenstein comes in for Williams, and it's Holmgren in for Dort. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Bagley's checked in for Reed. So it's Oklahoma City now, over to the left wing. Here's Wallace. He has 7. Pass to Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Kicks it out to Holmgren. Takes a three. Chet from range.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
They set a pick to the inside. Here's Miller. And no good. Thunder leading by 4. And it's Williams off the drive. Wallace. Outside for SGA. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. Minnesota has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Miller a screen on SGA. Down low. And Miller the bucket on the assist by DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo's got 5 assists tonight. And it's been tough going for their half-court offense.
Yeah, this defense is in their heads, anticipating their every move.
Tries to keep it alive. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. All right, let's take a look at some numbers for OG Anunoby.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
1:03 left in the half. Here's Miller. And that misses. That would have put him up. Thunder with a lead. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Hartenstein. Here's Wallace. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Miller, a screen on Hartenstein. Inside. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
He's used to sharing the love. Exceptional timing on that pass.
30 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Holmgren. Now Wallace. The 3 is up. Knocks down the long K. Wallace has got 10.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Now Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA doing his thing in close.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Thunder out in front, up by 5. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Mark Daigneault. Coach, how are you feeling about the offensive performance in that first half?
Pretty good. Obviously, we got to get them under control on the defensive end. I thought they played in a pretty good rhythm, but I thought our energy was good. I mean, we got to stack some stops first. We got to get them out of rhythm, but I thought our offense was pretty good. We moved the ball. We played the way we want to play.
You have to set the tone next. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. And, folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
Check it out, OKC. This team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but I got to say, they are making it look easy here in this early part of the season. Taking a closer look at that first half now, you really got to give it up for what Chet Holmgren is doing out there.
I really like how he's playing so far, Shaq. I mean, he's being selective in his approach. Kind of the opposite of you, big fella, at the food table.
Oh, come on, Kenny. I've seen you scarfing down those vegan snacks. What is a vegan snack anyway?
There's no such thing as scarfing down and vegan in the same sentence.
And there's always plenty available. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You look at Naz Reid. What a contribution here.
And given that he's just delivered a double-double through 2 quarters, I'm excited to see his stats at the end of the night.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
Timberwolves trail by 5. 2 big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. SGA and Wallace in the backcourt. And it's Williams in at the 3. That's the group for Mark Daigneault starting the second half.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Now here's Wallace. Drills it from deep. Wallace has got 13.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Edwards with it. Watched by Wallace. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Pass to Wallace. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. On the wing, SGA. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
You're always a threat to blow up. That's what SGA's done tonight.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Chet Holmgren talked about how he succeeds in spite of his slender frame. He said, you can't be afraid of contact. I'll continue to use my strengths out there, my length, being slippery, playing hard, and try to get better at my weaknesses, too, throughout my career. That will leave me in a good spot. Back to you guys.
The sky is the limit for him. All right, Allie, thank you. Timberwolves trail by 10. Reed sets a screen. DiVincenzo with it. Hartenstein covering. Reed, good.
I think this is why you get Reed involved in screen and rolls. I mean, he's phenomenal at making the cut after setting the screen.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. With some arc. Williams from long range. DiVincenzo with a steal. Now here's Edwards. Watched by Wallace. Randall on the screen. Edwards, the pass to Randall. The kick out to Edwards. From behind the arc. Oklahoma City grabs the miss. Hartenstein's got rebound number 8 here already in the game.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4. And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Offensive rebound.
It has been a shaky start this half for their offense, shooting just 1 of 5.
SGA finds Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Now let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard and see the highest scoring teams over the last 10 games. Oklahoma City, second.
This team has been on an absolute tear offensively. It seems like they're able to find a shot every trip down.
And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. A 12-point game to the middle. Here's Reed. Yes, and it's Edwards picking up the assist. 17 points here for Naz Reid.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
The #1 overall pick in 2020. Grant, you think Anthony Edwards has a shot to become the best American-born player in the NBA?
You know, I think his aspiration is higher than that, B.A. He's thinking MVP, face of the league. And if you ask me, he has the talent to
do it. Now here's DiVincenzo. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. It's stolen by SGA. On the break. Ooh, Gilgeous-Alexander. turning on the Jets.
Recognizes the fast break opportunity and takes full advantage. Gilgeous-Alexander has a solid feel for the game.
Reed, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Anunoby. Fires from deep. The Thunder pull it in. And after this one, they're at home against Phoenix. That'll be the end of a 3-game homestand. And Hartenstein slams it in.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
Now here's DiVincenzo. He gets it in there. Reed's got 6 here in the quarter.
All Reed's looking for is an opportunity. They've given him that, and he's been outstanding.
So Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. Here's Williams. 6 points for him. To the left side wing. It's Hartenstein, high post. And here's SGA outside. Miller pulls it in.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass the ball. Back to Miller. Beyond the arc. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got assist number 5 here tonight.
He was free to fire at his leisure there, not much resistance.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 15 points in the game. Here's Williams. Stolen by Miller. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. And here's Ellis, still without a bucket. The kick out to Ball. He shoots a 3. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got 11 rebounds in the game. Wallace, the pass to SGA. Back to Wallace. Outside, Williams. Shot clock at 5. Holmgren with a screen on Miller. Williams from long range. The Thunder with another miss.
Well, if he can somehow get into a rhythm offensively, I think they could stretch this lead.
Down low. And stolen by Williams. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander to stop the drought. SGA from distance. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. They kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
You know, we've got to talk about how they've continued to force turnovers and turn those turnovers into points. They came out aggressive, and they've not let up.
Well, Grant, you look up and down this Thunder roster. It is just loaded with winning players.
Yeah, B.A. Guys who are going to make the right play. Defend their spot, move without the ball. I mean, they've built something special in OKC, piece by piece.
Dort, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Bagley's checked in for Minnesota. Edwards comes in for Juzang. And Minnesota with possession here. Trailing by 10 to the inside. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's on Isaiah Hartenstein.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
The first free throw is good. And last season, the worst in about 2 decades for games lost to injury, Clark. Cause for concern?
I certainly think so, but I mean, I am a fan of load management, but I think it should be in practice time. That way, the guys can play as many games as possible for their team and the fans. Load management should be I think, managed in the practice schedule.
And despite their historic regular season success, OKC still had their doubters around the league.
Yeah, B.A., and it was verging on disrespect if you ask me. But youth and inexperience counted against them. Now, they knew their true test would come in the playoffs, and they passed it with flying colors, taking home the championship.
Now here's Edwards. He has 7, just 5 to shoot. Bagley passes to Edwards. They get it back, tries again. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 3 minutes.
Williams against Edwards. Hartenstein with a screen on Edwards. Inside. And it's Hartenstein. That time on the assist from Williams. 8 points for Isaiah Hartenstein.
Yeah, what a play by Williams. I mean, the defense took him off the pick, and he still found the better option.
Bagley, a screen on Dort. Pass the ball for 3. The Thunder with the rebound. Hartenstein's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. No one covering. And now a 10-point Thunder lead. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
Here's Bagley. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Bagley's got 4 points this quarter. Outside, Williams. There's the 3. Minnesota with the rebound.
Not his best work at all. This is a quarter he'd rather forget.
SGA against Ball. Pass to Ellis from deep. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Here's Dort. The kick out to Williams. And stolen by Edwards. 26 seconds left in the third. Looking to get back on track. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, great take by Edwards, making the correct decision in the pick and roll there.
Thunder leading by 6.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. And up the court come the Thunder on the break.
That's exactly what you want to see, your big man playing big. Long board.
And we've reached the end of the third. Oklahoma City ahead, up 6. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court for Minnesota, Keon Ellis is out there with ball. Then it's Julius Randle. Then it's Marvin Bagley. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to make sure their purpose full with the game plan. And hear from Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He lit into them over their transition defense. He said, quote, "Enough is enough. Get back on D. We have to slow them down." The discrepancy in fast break points is eating at him. We'll see how they respond.
As always, Allie, we thank you. And it's Mitchell, the miss. Timberwolves trail by 6. Bagley, a screen on Mitchell to the paint. Bagley, no good. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul.
And when you talk about do-it-all kind of players, Jalen Williams quickly jumps to mind. And the scary thing is, he's only going to keep getting better.
Now here's Dort. To the middle. Williams misses. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting about 56% in this one. Bagley is screen on Dort. Left side, Anunoby lets the three fly. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Nice job of setting himself up for that shot right there. Anunoby knocking down the three.
Williams on the wing, guarded by Edwards. Williams passes to Mitchell. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Now Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Wallace from outside the arc. Edwards pulls it in. Timberwolves trail by 4. DiVincenzo on the wing. Pass to Barrett. Williams on the wing. To the inside. And stolen by Bagley. Williams against DiVincenzo. And he makes it on the layup. Now just a 2-point Thunder lead.
DiVincenzo fighting hard for that bucket. Great determination.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Williams passes to Williams. Williams a screen on Edwards. Back to Williams. Basket's good. Williams has got his first points of the game.
You can tell Dort keeps his options open when he has the ball. He'll set up another guy if he can.
Now here's Edwards. Outside Bagley. Back to Edwards. Inside. Bagley, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Mitchell with the ball. He's picked up by Edwards. Wallace misses. The Timberwolves have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Pass to Bagley. Fires the three. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Dort for 3. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Now it's a 7-point Thunder lead.
You talk about a guy who made himself into a solid three-point shooter. Lou Dort.
Down low. Here's Barrett. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Williams finds Williams. Dort for 3. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
Outside Edwards. Anthony Edwards rips it down.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident at taking on defenders and finishing.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Thunder. 6-point lead. Outside, Williams. 3-pointer. Anthony Edwards with a rebound.
He had a couple of triples in that first half, but since then, he has not been a factor from beyond the arc.
To the middle. A nice shot by Barrett. And now it's just a 4-point Thunder lead.
And, you know, you give Edwards credit for making the right decision there, feeding his teammate. Smart, good basketball.
Outside, Williams. Back to Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. 4-3. Nails it from 3.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustments.
Timberwolves trail by 7. DiVincenzo with it. To the paint. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Williams. Outside Mitchell. Let's go with a 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
One thing they've done well tonight, and that's rebounding.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure. But unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. For the Thunder, Isaiah Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Dort. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell. Here's Ball. Miller outside to the inside. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Inside. Here's Holmgren. Chet not messing around inside.
Oh, so much size. Holmgren barely has to jump.
Timberwolves trail by 9. Now Randall. Pass to Love. Back to Randall. Down low. And Reed with a basket on the assist by Randall. 21 points here for Naz Reid.
Unselfish, good vision, nice dime by Julius.
SGA passes to Hartenstein. Now here's Williams. Check by Randall. Lets it go from 11. That one off the back iron and out. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Miller, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander to the inside. Rejected by Holmgren.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach. High on defense.
And he nails it.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Here's Randall. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. It's a 10-point game. Reed, a screen on Williams. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Here's Ball. It's stolen away. In transition, here they come. Oh, the feathery touch. Dropped it right over the rim.
And I'll tell you what, the way they're able to pressure the ball and those quick hands, that's what led to an opening.
You know, you push it after a steal, there's almost no chance the defense can get back and recover.
Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City.
And the quickness in transition. I mean, I like watching Williams convert in these situations.
Timberwolves trail by 12. Reed, a screen on Williams. Now Reed. Ready off the pass. He lays it in.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. And Minnesota with some changes. Anunoby, he's checked in for Miller. Anthony Edwards comes in for Love. And it's DiVincenzo in for Ball. Here's Williams. Holmgren, now pass to Williams. Randall with a steal. Edwards fires. The putback. Oh, he cannot hit. Thunder leading by 10. And he commits the intentional foul.
Second team foul.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Williams. Here's SGA. Oh, yeah! That's good!
He's been a piece of the puzzle tonight, but it's a team effort. Everyone's contributing to this lead.
Timberwolves trail by 12. Reed sets a screen. Edwards driving inside. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
Edwards loves to entertain, and that was a ferocious slam.
Oklahoma City has gone 4 of 9 from three-point range in the fourth.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Thunder.
It was stop and go for them along the way, but they finally seized full control of this game.
BA, the scoreboard definitely doesn't tell the whole story. They were able to pull things together when things got tough, and of course, they closed strong.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
We know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And as most people predicted, the defense, even though they were keying on him, had no answers for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in. He was so involved in so many plays tonight. A force on both ends.
Oklahoma City foul. Aaron Wiggins. First personal foul.
First free throw is good, and that brings him within 10.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards. 2 shots.
And so he hits both. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, BA. They deserve the win.
And he pummels the iron. Bookends the break. So it's Oklahoma City winning this one. That win brings them to a 3-0 start for the group play stage of the NBA Cup.
And now they're focused on getting a clean sweep over their group before moving on to knockout rounds.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce, who is now with our player of the game.
Shai, you were using those long arms to be disruptive on the defensive end. What's your focus at that end of the floor?
I'm just trying to be as active as possible. And like you said, getting my length involved, something I've been blessed with, and I just want to use it.
That activity, that length was noticed. Congratulations.
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.